What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we got a bunch of One Piece stuff we need to be talking about. So let's start off with One Piece Day 25, an event to which I will probably not be going, and that actually makes me kind of sad, honestly, because One Piece Day sounds like fun, but there's too many other things going on. It's a little bit sad. Now, we do have some TCG related stuff to talk about, don't you worry. But I just want to give some love to One Piece Day starting off here, because they've gone full Elbaf theme. And it's like, well, yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's a wonderful idea. Because where are we right now in One Piece? In the manga and I think the anime? I'm not up to speed with the anime. Where we are right now is Elbaf. So it makes perfect sense that's where we would be on One Piece Day. So if you look at the fan that's being given away, we've got Luffy in the appropriate gear. And we got the whole theming going on. There's this beautiful picture here of like the entrance, which you're going through a giant's mouth. Well, obviously you are. That makes perfect sense. I love that they're doing this. It makes me very, very happy. For our purposes, and it's not quite as good as it has been in previous years, we get ourselves a Don. Lovely little piece of Don. It's an Elbaf Don, obviously, because as I keep telling you, that's where we are. That's how it works. Gotta tell you, though, this seems like a real downturn after the previous year. Because last year, there was way more. Now, let's be clear. They've just revealed this stuff like now. There is absolutely a possibility that we're going to see more of this in the near future, and that actually more is coming, and this is just kind of like your opening salvo, so to speak. This is just them saying, look, we've got some stuff. Here's a Don card. We'll show you the rest later. That may well be the case. The website has not been, fully updated. There seems to be things still to be added. Now, this wasn't the case last year. Last year, they didn't show us one Don and then come back and be like, hey, here's the rest. Last year, they were like, boom, here's what you get. Okay? But we got to acknowledge that there is a possibility. This might be the case. Because as cool as this Don is, and let's be clear, this Don is incredibly cool. Is that it? Like, is that all we get? Is this the entirety of it? Because I gotta be honest with you, I'm not loving that, ladies and gentlemen. If this is all there is, no. Oh, by the way, theming wise, I should say, last year's One Piece Day, we were themed after Egghead, because that is, of course, where we were. So the theming is strong on One Piece Day. I love that last year was Egghead. This year we got Elbaf. I love that. I think it's awesome. But just to remind ourselves of, what we had last year, we had this Luffy promo that everybody got for turning up. And then if you went to the live area, there were actually two different Don cards depending on whether you went on the Saturday or the Sunday. So we had two promo Don, and we had a promo card, and we had this little binder that was on sale, which got you two other cards. One Don and one Egghead Luffy, because again, that was the theming of One Piece Day last year. So, last year was kind of awesome. We had a promo for the event, then we had two Don, then we had the Don and the other promo on sale on site. Right now, and again, things could change, but right now, all we've actually got is the one Don. Now, I think the two cards on sale might have actually been added later last year, but the rest of them, if I remember correctly, were revealed at the same time. So, yes, we've got a cool Don. Yes, I love it. Yes, I want it. But I got to be honest with you, if this is all there is, it's nice to see that One Piece Day is acknowledging and showing love to the One Piece TCG, but right now it's looking a bit anemic. Having said that, look at this little bit I found on the website. This says One Piece Card Game Corner, and it's got a little coming soon. We don't know what this is. Maybe it's more promo cards, maybe it's stuff to buy, maybe it's learn to play events, I don't know. But like I keep telling you, last year we had a lot more. This year we've just got the one Don. But there is something on the website suggesting there's more coming. To be clear, last year we had 2 different Don cards, one for the Saturday, one for the Sunday. It would be weird to only show us one and then come back with another Don later. I don't think we're getting like last year where there were 2 Don, one for each day. And if there were other promo cards that were given out when you entered, why would they not be shown off with this promo Don that's given away when you enter? So I don't know exactly what this is. But, you know, look at the full list of giveaway they've got on the website. We've got a bunch of cool stuff going on, but there's clearly only one promo card there. But they've at least left it open for something else TCG related. I don't think they are kind of event promos for entering like we saw last year, because if they were, I think they would have been shown off with the Don we've already seen. But I do think there is a decent chance there is at least something for sale like we saw last year, and that alone is pretty cool. As always, when there's updates, I'll share it with you. One thing we do know, however, with a lot more certainty, is this Luffy promo, which is being given away at One Piece Cardfest. I am hyped for One Piece Cardfest. By the way, I've had a bunch of questions asking if I'm going to be... Well, it's actually Bandai Card Games Cardfest. I've had a bunch of questions already from people saying, hey, Wassy, are you going to be at the Cardfest in... I think it's Dusseldorf, the German one? Should be. Honestly, we don't know exactly when it is. We just know that it's in December. But having said that, as it stands at the moment, I have no plans in December at all. Pokemon have revealed the Stuttgart Regional is going to be happening at the end of November, but that's not December. So I don't know exactly when the Cardfest in Düsseldorf is, but I'm telling you, it is overwhelmingly likely, if not at this stage basically certain, that yes, I will be attending Cardfest in Düsseldorf. And I'm delighted. But of course, we do have the Bandai Card Games Fest 25 to 26 promo, and that is your Monkey D. Luffy. It's a reprint of the one from OP07, and it is Afro Luffy. And I've mentioned this a few times before, but they've done that thing they tend to do here, and I love that they do this. The Luffy in OP07 was Afro Luffy. Because in OP07 we had like the Foxy leader, so that whole kind of part of the story was represented in OP07, the whole Foxy pirates things and all of that. It was very fun. But the Luffy we got in OP07 was Afro Luffy. Now we get a promo version of that, and obviously it is Afro Luffy again. And obviously the fact that last time around it was only a rare, we didn't get an alternate art of it. Now we do have an alternate art. And it's little things, and I love this game so much, but one of the things I love about it is the clear love for the story, for One Piece as a whole, because if you read or watched that, what was happening like the whole time? Usopp standing behind Luffy yelling encouragement. What have we got on this promo card? Usopp standing behind Luffy yelling encouragement. Absolutely love it. As for the card, it's got an activate main once per turn, Don -3. If your opponent's got 3 or more characters, set this character to active. I'ma be honest with you, we see a lot of purple Straw Hat decks. We see a bunch of purple Straw Hat decks. And I literally mean, we got the green-purple Luffy from EBO2, we got the blue-purple Luffy from OP11, and then we got mono-purple Luffy from OP05. Point I'm making here is, if we wanted to find room for a purple Luffy, we have a bunch of purple Luffy leaders, and this Luffy generally doesn't see play. The Sanji from OP07 gets into decks. That's a really good card. The Chopper from OP07 gets into decks. That's a really good card. The Luffy doesn't. This is not a card we really see seeing play. even bearing in mind how many purple Luffy we've got right now that are clearly like ridiculously good cards and good leaders. Even with all of those, it doesn't really see any play, and that makes me a little bit sad. But it's still a very cool promo, and it's just for Bandai Cardfest, right? So you turn up to one of these, you get this promo, and I turn up to Dusseldorf, and I get this promo. And I know December's a way away yet, but if you are planning on going to the one in Dusseldorf, make sure you stop by and say hi. I should also mention there's going to be other stuff there. For instance, we know there's going to be premium card collection on sale, but the website right now just shows us this. We know there's going to be card sleeves on sale, but the website just shows us this. So there's going to be other One Piece stuff going on at Bandai Cardfest. We just don't know what it is yet. As always, you know by now, ladies and gentlemen, me and the One Piece TCG, we kind of got it going on. So as soon as we have more information, there will be a video on this channel where I will show you, because that's the kind of thing that I do. For now, tell me if you're going to One Piece Day. Tell me what you think we're going to be seeing there. Tell me if you're going to be making any of the Bandai Cardfest and which ones you're going to be headed to, especially if it's Dusseldorf. Let me know in the comment section. Nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.